Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. A longer break than anticipated. We had some technical issues with connection to the server, but we are here and we do have the game upon us. It is map number 2, Nuke, the pick of 9Z. They had a nice lengthy pause to reset their mentality after that 2-16 thrashing on the map Anubis. We'll see if that break does help or hinder them here and now. They're straight down towards B very quickly through the vents, and Try in secret is the one to open things up for the T side. Good trade from Insani, but there's still a long way to go for both parties to get the across line. Dave is all the way top towards Hell. What is going on? There's so much control so quickly from 9Z on this attacking side.
What is going on is that there's a lot of weirdness happening. Max is up the ramp playing where a CT would. Turtle is out towards J Hall Hell area. Will not be cleared by Max. The elbow doesn't show. And the bomb will make its way down to the B site. It should be able to get planted too, but that should be the only victory that 9Z get out of this round. Even a couple more kills will be a bit rough. So 9Z just looking for a plant at this point. They're not planting the bomb, Nate.
They want to kill. 2 versus 4 is a very difficult retake, especially if there's players grouped up somewhere.
But they plant separate. Oh, this is... that's rough. That's ugly. That could have gone so wrong if a rampage came through, but Burnson, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Max may be able to get one more out of this, but it should not be too much danger for Made in Brazil. It's a good spot, Max. Max, you know there's a guy in decon, right?
There we go. Burns and does him in. Made in Brazil do eventually take the pistol round. Took a little while, but they do get it across the line. Very well done for Made in Brazil to start things off well on the CT side of Nuke. In a very brief cams. Here we go. Let's fix the map. A very brief technical blip. You're stuck with us for here for about 5 seconds or so. But that is a good start. Made in Brazil, despite the long delay, do maintain their momentum from map 1 heading into map 2. The question is, will 9Z show any signs of life on Nuke where they couldn't on Anubis?
Well, it didn't show much on the first round, the pistol round, Nate. It looked pretty bleak again for 9Z. MIBR with a very comfortable victory. The bomb was the only real shining, if you can even call it that, light. It's a very pale light, if anything, for 9Z. And the fact they only get 1 kill means they probably won't go all in. They could half buy 2 rounds in a row and then get a full gun round into round number 4. Or they can full save into a very strong buy into round number 3. I don't think they'll go for a full-on force. They just don't have the money for it right now. If they do, it's a very aggressive posture, and they haven't been getting the shots to really justify that kind of a play.
I agree. I think they need to just get ready for the rifles as soon as possible, get into the meat and potatoes of this matchup. Don't trifle with those on the back foot buys, because thus far you've been on the back foot through and through and you've not found any success. So once you get the guns in your hands, that's when you should be comfortable. That's when you should be raring to go. And I'm really hoping that they do go for exactly such a call. Again, this is just a brief tech pause. We're fixing the maps and other things. Hopefully things will be rectified here shortly. And again, we can talk about map 1 because we had a nice lengthy break. 16-2 was the score. What was it? 1 random round and then 1 ninja defuse at the 15th round, the final round of the half, and nothing more going the way of 9Z. It could not have been more dismal.
And that ninja defuse too was random as well. It was a very, very bizarre ninja defuse. I think that I forget who was last alive for MIBR. I think it was Exit. But I think he thought that the player he killed just on the edge of the smoke was the player on the bomb, and that's why he didn't spray.
That would make sense. That would track. A little bit of luck is what they need to get that one.
But even then, the 1 round they got isolated, it was almost thrown away. It was a 1v3 that was brought to a 1v1. And it was overextension, over peaking from 9Z that even enabled that to be a possibility. So for 9Z, it's minimizing those mistakes. And I think more importantly than that, though, Nate, they have to pick up the pace in the fragging department. They have not had those kills that they need. And without that, it's just not there. They need more. They need to do more damage. They need to get more kills on the board. At the end of the day, Counter-Strike is a game about shooting. And if you're not shooting, you're not winning.
Exactly. And I want to say, get solid rifle buys on the board. That is probably
Hmm.
one of the most important parts because they had some good ones going in the early goings of half number one of Anubis. But from there, every single buy was hamstrung. They were trying to figure out a way to cut a corner, whether it was a lack of a kit, a lack of utility, a FAMAS, and an MP9. Every buy seemed like it had a compromise, and you're starting from a disadvantage from the outset, and you cannot have that going into each and every single rifle round. You need a chance to get a full buy. You need to take that extra moment to breathe in order to have a fighting chance because you're going against the Made in Brazil. You're going against a really solid team, uh, nationally acclaimed and regionally acclaimed. So
Yeah.
they really need to give themselves every advantage possible. We are back into the game. We didn't miss any of the action. We're questioning the buy from 9Z. Were they going to go for a full investment? The answer is yes. Two Mac 10s, a Tech 9, two Galils on DGT and David. We'll have to see if they can pick things up in the fragging department or if they're going to fall by the wayside in round number 2.
Yeah, the force, it's ugly. Two Galils, two Mac 10s, and a Tech 9 after getting the bomb down. This is why forcing up here might not necessarily be the best of calls, man. This is brutal, very aggressive buy. Yes, you are on the disadvantaged side of Nuke, but you might want to set yourself up for more success long term. Yes, you sacrifice round 2, but you get a full buy, maybe even an op into round number 3. Instead, you're all sitting here on a meager buy, no utility left with a $1.13 on the clock, and you've already taken half damage on one of your rifle players. 3 of your players don't have helmets. And exits on the flank. Burnson's there. Exits got two. Just walking through outside. His force up has been, at least for the most part, obliterated. Oh boy, Max, that was controller input look right there. And it's all up to David here. Last man alive. Bomb in lobby. Nothing he can really do to get this one back, especially with the positions here for MIBR. Very good crossfire setup. And Turtle's even watching the ramp flank. So all bases are covered for MIBR. It's only a matter of time before David gets domed.
Oh, we did get one.
Wow.
And nearly a second. It's a costly round, but it's a round that made Brazil do steal away. Second in a row. Keep both the M4s in play as well. Drop some rifles around. Get another investment. 9Z don't get the bomb plant either. They're going to be on a save as a result. Max, Kevlar, Tech 9, a Deagle. Make that 2. Make that 3, in fact. 9Z just going to try to continue to do damage. That's the main goal right now. Made in Brazil have that economic burden on the CT side. They need to keep rounds clean to build that CT economy. 9Z are going to try to prevent that at minimum in this one. Ideally, they also want a bomb plant to bolster their own money.
Yeah, bomb plant would be definitely helpful. Well, not quite necessary, but very useful. There's a nice opener from Try, though, with that Deagle out. A little more damage taken by DGT, 2 down to 1 HP. No response back from MIBR just yet.
No response, but lots of harassing damage. DGT down to 1, Try down to 40, Max at 66. M4s are slowly chipping away. Max, though, has recovered that rifle. He's got it in hand. Could throw a spanner into the works for Made in Brazil if they aren't careful. Turtle. Holding ramp, finds 1, finds 2. That's the rifle dropped as well. DGT, though, a nice 1 dig. If they press the issue, they could find a second rifle for their troubles and make things even scarier. Try in the meanwhile as well as lurking outside. The MP9 is watching for it. A nice off angle for the MP9. Finds Try. Walking in. Shouldn't find anything either. The MP9 is harvesting up close and personal. DGT, 1 HP. A true dream. There's no chance he finds something here. Maybe a lucky 1 dig. No, not even that. Henny lurking in towards the lobby. Finds it. A lot of very slow rounds. Granted, 9Z do find some kills amidst the slow pace. But it doesn't stop Made in Brazil from converting these rounds into victories.
No, there's no stopping MIBR right now. They look better on every single level. 9Z, they do have their first full buy of the game, but it does come without the op, and full utility on Max, who is limited to a flash and a smoke. AKs across the board, as mentioned, though. Helmets on everybody, which is a good sign this time. 9Z will have helms. And technically, it's not quite a bonus round for MIBR anymore, given how many players they've lost in the past couple of rounds, that last one in particular. Insani taking a bit of damage in the early going as well, down to 57 HP. slow and steady is another round, Nate. No real aggressing from MIBRs. They don't need to. They've been able to win those fights, especially the 1v1 peaks that Nine's been able to make. There's not really been a lot of double swinging, and MIBR have been taking advantage of that.
They have insani getting a little too close, trying to dodge the flames. Up in the smoke, he's caught. Penny, though, a quick trade onto Max keeps things even. Insani and Burnson, the two players you'd expect to be top of the board, are 5 kills apiece. Very good start for Made in Brazil. And see, though, this is a big opportunity for them to get on the board. We are hearing some steps. 45 seconds left. It looks like they're going to go towards A. Lots in the hut. DGT opens it up a good start, but Henny from Mustang doubles down in response. Smoke down Mini. Exit will find one as it blooms, leaving just Try in the 1 versus 3. Found the first, not the second. Turtle, a good trade from above to keep things in his team's favor. The momentum continues to spiral in the direction of Made in Brazil as they now lead 4-0, and they prevent yet another bomb plant from coming through for the T side.
And the money can grow a little bit too on the CT side. 2 players, never mind, just 1 at the 2K mark or above. Insani down to 900 when everything is purchased up. So not the best economic situation still for MIBR, but a little better than the last round. Plenty of utility, the op in Henny's hands. Try a little bit of KZ in for that top hot molly. Insani does get 1 on the vent drop, though, and half damage onto DGT. Bomb will sprint down to B, though. Back silo plant achieved. This is goal number 1 of 2 for 9Z. If this is goal number 1, it's not too hard to guess what goal number 2 is. That is win the round. Damage would be option B, but you want to win the round if you're 9Z now. You need to get something going, something positive. The bomb plant is something, but it's not enough. Exit. Walking down, DGT clearing back towards single door. Decontamination. Turtle flashing in, spots out 1, but he does get caught by Buda. BRN unable to come through, takes a dink as well. Exit does get backstabbed though. Try has done a yin-yang, and he's found Exit from behind, but David fell by Burns in. Bomb not planted for Try, who's far away. The smoke is down, the Tech-9's out. Henny's got Try, or his teammates back. It was Insani, I believe, on the bomb. And there is another round on the board for MIBR, down to the wire, very narrow. But they still come out ahead this time. 9Z back on a bye. They do have the op for Try. But try as they might, they can't get anything to stick to the wall.
Talking about cutting it close, Made in Brazil. That was too close, I would say. Bomb not even taking at that point. Literally milliseconds standing between them and a loss. But in the end, they do secure it. 9Z have a solid buy. Op, AK's utility. Got that bomb plant to really facilitate a solid one here in round number 6. And even if they spare no expense, can they get on the board? That's the most important question. They have kept the economy of Made in Brazil rather honest. They prevented the CT economy from building up. Now they have to punish it. Now they have to reset it. It's a ripe opportunity. They find this. They should have a solid chance at a second, and from there, their T-side can really begin to come into full force. Good start for DGT. He's towards the squeaky door, or what remains of it. He drops the first. Exit, though, could make or break this round. He's hiding in the secret corner. He is looking for something, looking for an evener.
There's another one for Try. Exit unable to trade. Try already back behind. Red box falling towards lobby. Very good hit and fade from 9Z, looking to get something going finally into this game. Round number 6. Henny's still alive, though, as are BRN and Exit, so it's not exactly going to be the easiest time for 9Z. As Burns will get a free one, Mini Smoke not there, and David just crouching out to the open. Plucked away. Henny's nade does a good amount of damage, too. Peeks outside, burns in another before Try can put him down. 3v2 to a 2v2. Exit spray through the smoke works wonders. Bomb does go down, but Max eats that HE to 3 HP. Buda on the silo, keeping an eye on Heaven as Exit works his way in through Mini. Has a Molotov as well. That has been expended towards first vent. Blind shot onto Buda. Henny drops down. Back up the ladder he goes. Max again, 3 HP. Needs these kills. Headshot onto the first. Henny, does he know that Max is low? He's got his op out. That should be a no. Dropping onto the site, tapping the bomb, looking the wrong way, doesn't check back silo. Max with a 3 HP 1v2 clutch. That is a gift.
That is the kind of play 9Z need to get back into this. Through and through.
Yep.
Very well done. A huge one to find. A 1 versus 2. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. That's what they needed to stem the bleeding. It's still not easy goings. Heavy losses there, but as we mentioned, the economy of made Brazil in a bad way. Buy here is going to be heavily compromised. 1 hero opt for Henny, who's had a heck of a start on the big green. And 4 MP9s to round out the investment. Sure, there's a kit, but they're lacking utility. This is a rather bare bones buy for the made of Brazil side.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Op and 4 MP9s. It's one of the weirder buys I've seen. The thing is, though, on a map like Nuke, it's possible to work. Nuke, Inferno, maybe Vertigo. You can get this kind of buy to work. Just because of how close the angles are in a lot of engagements. Burns it up in Hut. Could get peeked on, but he wins that first fight. Traded out, but that's not a terrible trade to take for the CT side. It's a kill plus information. Your teammates can rotate down, and 9Z have stalled out after getting that kill. They're so close together, and yet there's all the rotations here. There's a swing from behind, but David and Buda will trade out onto the site, and signing exit getting taken out. Henny, Turtle, probably just save the op here. Maybe go for it with the MP9, but so far removed. Not really a reason to go for this retake. It's going to be 2 in a row for 9Z here. And there's some bit of life now coming through from the 9Z side.
Once you get the wheels rolling, it's hard to stop them. Very solid start. 2 in a row is really when things look good, and this is second such a round. 4 players survive as well, including the op for try. Made in Brazil forced to save an MP9, really a state of the times for the CT side as well. Second secured, 3 rounds to separate these two teams. It feels like 9Z are finally getting some momentum at the midway point of this first half. Turtle harassing the exiting players, will find a kill, but 3 players survive for 9Z, and that will allow them to slowly build that T-side economy.
Slowly but surely, but they're starting to get some rounds on the board here. 9Z with a 54.8% win rate on the T side. Their CT 63.9, not 93, 63.9 on the CT side. MIBR 53.1 on CT, 48.9 on the T side. So a little bit more tempered on the Made in Brazil squad, but Henny, he's gonna get that first. Turtle trades it. Insani's got nothing but a USP. Nothing he could do. Exit got 2.
Oh.
That's damage at the very least, and a winnable 1v2 if it burns it. If he did have armor, he does not. So very unlikely he'll be able to clutch this one out. But he can still do a little more damage. You mentioned the economy was starting to grow for 9Z. Not so much after this round.
We saw 1 versus 2 with 3 HP. Kevlar didn't matter then. Because that was with a rifle. The MP9 for Brinson. Yeah, exactly. The MP9 makes it far more difficult to fare. There's no clean 1-taps to be had. Try is watching exactly this push. Brinson, surely no horse in this race. 9Z, though, are really biding their time. Really trying to bait these rifles as much as possible. Brinson, though, he's not biting on this bait. He can see the line. He can see the hook. That worm is a little bit too conspicuous.
David's ready for a trophy flank, which is expected, and caught. BRN removed. 3 in a row now for 9Z. Starting to get a little more on the board, but they have to not die to USPs next time. Probably be part number 1 they need to fix. And 2, keep it cleaner against the pistols. The op didn't even do much, only 1 kill. It's not really a lot to write home about. And no op for Henny this time. Bit lacking on the utility, and Nate, there's a glaring problem on the CT side. There is a $400 item they do not have anymore.
Classic. A kit, often overlooked, often comes to bite them as well. However, they are taking this round with attrition. They're trying to win it outright with duels, and it is working out, at least thus far. 3 kills with no answers, just a bunch of damage done on the Henny, Insani, and exit. 2 versus 5 for Buda and DGT. Only they knew how low these players were. Henny, double dinks one. That is a return to form from Made in Brazil. Leaving just Buda, the quiet one on the 9Z side of the equation, in a 1 versus 5. Doesn't even grab the bomb either. At this point, it looks like he's considering the save of his rifle for the following. Doesn't make sense, but it's an awful long time to wait. Granted, I don't think Made in Brazil are going to hunt. Keep 5 players alive. Maybe go for the op. I think it's dropped in the outside yard, if I'm not mistaken. Might be one out there.
I think you're right. Might be on top silo.
Could be. But looks like Buda will be allowed to save this AK for another day.
Not like MIBR can afford it to hunt.
They can't afford it. In fact, 5 players surviving is very good for this economy.
It's necessary. They still won't have the op, which is a bit of an issue. But as we see here, Buda content to save, MIBR content to let him save. Everyone's happy, except for 9Z, because they didn't win the round. Oh, there's the op saved. Yeah, that's big. That's actually huge. Because look how much money Try has, too, 7,800. That's an AK instantly dropped back. The op back in his hands. That's a big pickup. Clever little play by Buda there. Wait to the last minute.
He had to jump for it, so it definitely does make sense. Very well done to hold his nerve and just camp on the roof. And honestly, praise to Made in Brazil. They didn't overstep their bounds. Keeping 5 alive is very big for this CT economy, big for their confidence, taking those individual duels and winning them cleanly. Very, very solid response from Made in Brazil. And now the pressure's on 9Z. Their money's quite low. If they lose this round, they're going to be on a scrappy buy. And in the same sense, if 9Z if 9Z make this round cost at the very least, it's going to be scrappy buys in the following rounds, and perhaps a return to the bare-knuckled boxing that we saw in the series earlier today for Made in Brazil.
David might have just been spotted. Removes exit, though. That's a nice headshot. Good pick to start it off, but burns it up here towards the stairs. Henny helps him out. Headshots flying back to MIBR. They'll pick up another man advantage here. Try held behind the Molotov. Bomb at the feet of Made in Brazil. And this is going to make things a little more difficult for the 9Z side. A peek from Molotov, and Henny will capitalize. Try double dinked. And DGT lurking up, found out by Insani. Relatively clean here for MIBR, and this one, the op picked up for Henny as well. The money now starting to look a bit better for Made in Brazil, and 9Z, half buy territory. I don't think it's a forced buy. I don't think you can consider that one, and looks like we have another technical pause here. So we'll figure out what's going on here as soon as we can. But hopefully it's not too long.
Hopefully not a lengthy one. We already had one lengthy tech pause today, and it's not even ECL bugs. So,
ECL is going on right now, though.
It is, and they didn't have a tech pause, which I'm rather envious of. Either way, we do at the very least get the action, and of course it was an issue on our end, so it wasn't too big of a deal. It's just, of course, rebooting everything, figuring out what was wrong with the server. It's Wednesday, so not necessarily update day, but, you know, we have been eagerly awaiting an update any day now. And
yeah, maybe update with stickers.
Yeah, exactly. It's an update everybody's been waiting for, and everybody should know what it's for.
Yeah, as long as nobody leaves the server, though, if that sticker update drops, we're fine.
As long as nobody disconnects.
Yep.
Including observers, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, no, literally anybody. Nobody can leave.
It becomes a hostage situation at that point.
Yep.
If you leave,
nobody's allowed to leave.
Everybody's upset with you. Everybody's upset with you. So hopefully
right,
there'll
we
be
got
no
some ping issues going on.
Is it ping?
Yep, ping issues. So might be a minute here before we can get back in. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully we don't have to change servers or anything either. That could always make things take a minute. But MIBR, after that 3-round slide, have gotten back on their horse. They are starting to gallop towards a solid half. 2 more rounds, Nate. They're at 9. That's a solid CT score. After that, it's just piling on more rounds. So for MIBR, they just need to keep things steady as she goes, not let things get out of control, not let things get crazy, play to their strengths and minimize their mistakes. They've been winning their aim duels still. Turtles 4-4, by the way, 10 rounds into the game. You see 8 people.
Hasn't had a chance to shine, but it's very much a story similar to Anubis or Insani, if you recall. It's everybody doing the heavy lifting, but a couple players shining ahead. Brinzen, Henny, Insani all doing a lot of the work. Henny's at 130 ADR despite opping. It's another story for him where he's good on the op. In fact, he's even exemplary on the op, but he's also just insane on the rifle. He's had a lot of good rifle plays as well. This time around, though, both aspects are shining, not one or the other, and that is a very scary proposition for 9Z.
It is. It's a very scary proposition for 9Z. And even now, too, do they force? Do they have? Do they save fully? I mean, you shouldn't be full saving here, but you have to do a little bit more. You have to... forcing is going to really hamstring you, though, if you lose. And chances are they'd lose, especially the way they've been playing. It's got to be a half buy out of them.
Half buy, get a bomb plant. They did find one before, if I'm not mistaken.
That vent drop play.
Yeah. Do something like that. Get aggressive. They look far more comfortable here at the very least. Maybe a split play towards A rather aggressively and nade out the door. Something along those lines. Recently, made Brazil putting a lot of emphasis on the lower vents. We saw the double stack in the round prior. Granted, that was because they didn't have the op. They had to get creative with it. It might be very different now that Henny has the big green in hand, but, you know, going up towards A, hopefully into a compromise side or any other direction. As long as you act decisively with the pistols and hit at least some shots, it can definitely roll into your favor.
Yep. I mean, it's all about just scaling forward too, especially on that T side. You get one has to snowball. You have to get the next and the next and the next. Just get that space, get that control, and you'll be fine. Especially on the pistols. They can swarm a site, take full control. But folks, we're going to take a break here as this technical pause is taking a little bit longer than we would like. So hopefully we'll be back into the action. So keep it tuned here. ESL_CSGO, Made in Brazil 9Z returning in just a second.
If I'm sad, you always
back into the action. Another delay following the first delay leads to a very long overall break, but in Brazil, hopefully that won't stymie their momentum. They are in the driver's seat. They have a hefty advantage, and they're looking to take on the board. It's Pistols for 9Z, and it's Pineapple Phillips and Boggs on the mic. Pistols, I said we needed to see them act decisively in a round like this, and they are doing exactly that. Straight down Secret, out towards Decon, and towards the B site they come. A belabored straight from Turtle does damage, but not the kill. Henny, though, drops the critical piece of the puzzle. It's the bomb on the ground, and that potentially stymies any sort of goal for 9Z at this point, because you can't really hope for the Pistols to find the damage. Insani working out towards Africa, finds the kill. There we go. DGT dispatched Buda and Max, and make that none. They both fall. Only one player found as a trophy, and no bomb plant either. Makes that a hollow victory at best for 9Z.
Indeed, hollow victory at best for 9Z. And the other thing, Nate, it's just going from bad doors, because if they lose this round, they're broke again. MIBR have a free road to 10. 3 rounds is not good enough on Nuke anymore. 4 rounds is not good enough on Nuke T-Set anymore. You need 5 bare minimum. That's scraping the bottom of the barrel. 6 rounds is about average. 7 rounds is a lot more common these days than it has been in times past. 9Z also have spent a lot of their utility already. We've only played about 30 seconds of this round. And all they have to show for it is a little bit of ramp control, not even down too deep at all, and 50 damage on Insani.
Spoken of. Exit is the one to find the open. Good trade from Try. 4 versus 4s do favor the T's. Turns in though. Here, finds one. Smoke goes downhill, line up 2, and tags the 3rd. He'll survive. Insani combines fire for a 3rd. Try as he will. 1 versus 4, no bomb, and 50 seconds left. He'll probably try to save the rifle. But in fact, saving will leave his team in a very awkward spot where they almost have to force. So he might actually feel compelled to go for it instead. Either way, I do not envy him and the position he's placed in. 1 versus 4 for Trot. He'll peek around, hoping to be gifted something. Nothing's coming his way. It's over. This one's going to be 9, and as you mentioned, very likely a 10th by extension in favor of Made in Brazil.
They will have the hero rifle on 9Z if that is any consolation. I don't think it is.
It messes with the economy too much.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of rounds to recover from that.
Oh, it's going to be 9, 4 spy into round 10, and then a save in round 11. Or that will put 11 rounds on the board for Made in Brazil, I should say. He falls after time.
That's even worse.
We keep on saying it's dire straits, and then it gets worse. It just happens to continue to get worse for 9Z.
Yep. It's like, oh, it can't possibly get... It just got worse. It's like a B horror movie, dude. We're like, oh, it can't get worse than this. Nope, it gets worse.
It can and it will, yeah.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh boy.
Rough. DGT buying down to 1050, Max down to 1350, Try down to 4. Well, obviously he had to buy. He died after time, excuse me.
No, he didn't buy. He got the deagle dropped. He only had 450.
Living on food stamps in Counter-Strike.
Not even.
Didn't even get his food stamps. It was too late. He missed the window.
Yeah.
Living on the goodwill of his fellow Samaritans. Exit. Finds the first on to Max. Henny's in heaven looking for 1. DGT does find something with rifle short, but the op tags. No, it's actually Exit to tag and bag Buda. Exit around Unbreakable. Stancing. DGT does find a second on the Turtle short, but the damage is superficial. The money from Made in Brazil has been so good. It leaves just Try on that Deagle at 450. Almost found one. Almost found a knife kill, in fact. But Burnson does rein things in. Henny's at 16-3. Burnson's at 16-5. Exit and Insani are at 11 apiece. All 4 of those players are outshining the top frag of 9Z.
Yeah, only Turtle's not, and that's because he hasn't really had to do much. I mean, it's hard to get into a game when you haven't had to do much all game. That's kind of what he's doing. He's just kind of been like, all right, I'm here. You guys go get kills, I guess. Cool, we won another round. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Can't really get into the game there. He's going to fight ramp trying to get himself activated. That's going to give an opening to 9Z, though. It's going to give him a lot of space towards the ramp room. Potentially even down. But Henny has rotated into J Hall. That op can wall things off pretty well. Good for 1 or maybe even 2. Bomb. Still sitting in lobby, working its way slowly through trophy room. Where's Henny? Is Henny still here? No. He's gone. Burnson is down, though. The windows have been broken. That does give him a little bit of an advantage, especially with his AK. David's watching for it, and David actually catches him. Gets blocked off by the stanchion. And now the bomb can go down on B. A 4th looking likely, but Henny has struck onto Max. And now the jig has to be up. They have to know exactly what's going on. And there's money for MIBR. There should be no saving for Made in Brazil.
No, they can throw some bodies at this one for sure. Given that the next one is the last one of the half. Connie towards the double doors finds 1. Here's the second as well. He knows he's close. We'll just fall away with his team. It's a 3 versus 3 security. Still plenty of time on the bomb.
David.
Made in Brazil could definitely make this work. David. For something, as is Henny. David, though. He's the hero team needed. That is another for him. He found that exit a good trade. But still, it's only to even things up. 2 versus 2. The player dancing top of silos. Expected. Very well played from exit. And that could be the straw that broke the camel's back. The bomb is playing in the middle of the open. Buda, he tries to find a kill onto the first. Can't find it cleanly. Time is ticking away. He's on the bomb, but he's not defended. Buda finds that. Buda finds them both. Does he survive? Yes is the answer. 10-4. 9Z finally showing signs of life. But as you mentioned, a 5th is required. A 5-10 scoreline is what is required at minimum for 9Z on this T side. And they have to fight tooth and nail to get that 5th.
It's going to be an incredibly hard 5th round on the board for 9Z. They have Galil's on 2, AK's on 3. Good amount of utility, all things considered. But there's an AUG for Turtle, plenty of guns for MIBR, M4A1s, all the utility, op for Henny, and Max just jumping down onto top mini, just almost plucked out of the air. Henny keeping an eye on things, has to be careful not to get caught from his left side soon. A very aggressive angle with the op, and then David spots the backpack, takes the kill. That's a nice, easy one for David to get the opening for 9Z. Henny just too tunnel visioned on that top hut area. Not able to readjust and watch his backside. It's the problem when you go aggressive with an op. You can get yourself caught in a position like that. We saw him happen on Inferno way long ago now. First game, first series of the day on Inferno against W7M. But DGT traded out by Insani. 4v4, Nate. 9Z had all the advantage, and it just gets traded back like that.
Traded back. Heavy hitter has been removed, though. Henny, 17 kills. It's hard to believe he's at 17.
He's got a lot of quiet, big amount of kills. Like, he just chimes in 1, 2 kills here and there.
Yeah,
it's constant. He's always getting kills.
Exit. Ooh, what a shot at range. A second at range with the A1S. He'll survive as well to that insult to injury. I think he even dinked try. It's a lot of damage versus 3 on his lonesome with no utility. Just an out-aim, out-brain situation. Insani finds the player lurking in hut. At least try down secret, up creek without a paddle. AK walking out the door at this point, fighting for pride. He's going to try to plant. No chance. Turtle finds the kill. 11-4 dominance. We'll see if 9Z can recover after the break.
Take you home, shining bright with those diamond eyes. Ain't no way I'm ever letting go. Boy, I'll be loyal to you. No need for drama. Feel royal with you. Cry like Impala. Is it important for you? There ain't no bother. No, no. Hey, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy, no. This chemistry, one look at you and my heart explodes. Just let me be the one you keep. I'll be right here through the hot and cold. But I'll be loyal to you. No need for won't you come closer? Yeah, just come over. Oh, oh, oh. Hey. 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy now. 1, 2, 3, oh, I want you near. I need you in my life, but alright. 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy now. 1, 2, 3, oh, I want you near. I need you in my life, but 'rolling on a feeling, knowing I must go on. If I don't do it now, I will never have it. Dreaming is deceiving, falling to slumber. If I don't do it now, someone else will grab it. If I don't get.
11-4. Once called the most misleading scoreline in Counter-Strike, now might seal the deal for Made in Brazil towards the grand finals of this ESL Challenger Katowice 2023 South American closed qualifier. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs, and 9Z looking to make up for their less than ideal start. Start things off right with DGT towards the ramp. A second player tagged quite low as well in Turtle, and Max is the third to swing in, potentially to seal the deal. He'll find a second. Looking for the third, can't quite find it. Made in Brazil, though, they're finally on the back foot. 9Z are finally tasting blood, and they are ready to get the gears turning once again on Nuke.
I don't know if the gears ever stop right now in this series. The gears were stop and go. It was hell on the gearbox against W7M Academy for MIBR earlier today. But right now, I don't even know if there's gears. It's a ball bearing. It's a frictionless ball bearing for him right now, Nate. It's just smooth as butter. Max gonna get taken down by Burns, and DGT coming in. That's a nice tap. Burns in an exit, though. Still alive. Looking for these fights. There is one presence down towards B, the form of Try. It's going to creep up the stairs towards Control. Look out. If the bomb even goes down for MIBR, they'll probably force knowing them. And Burnson might just force the issue here. There's a decent amount of time left. They don't need to force the plant. But pretty soon they will.
I like
are they going to
this.
yin-yang it? Oh, I love it.
Yes, there's three
love
towards
it.
decon. There's one towards ramp. They're just yin-yanging up the vents. What a heads-up play. And Exit now has a very prime position with his Glock in hand.
He's got to go. He's got to be careful of that mini play, though. DGT out heaven as well. Not going to spot him back Tetris. Exit should be safe and unspotted until somebody comes through mini. Burnson is also joining Squeaky. They know where one is. They know where both are, but there's one. Making a dink on a second. Burnson's got his teammates back. DGT drops down and drops to the ground. Low HP and no HP for Buda. What a comeback from Burnson and Exit. 2v4 on the pistol. What a heads-up rotation. The audible call up the vents. The crossfire set up the rotation back and around. That is big brain, nutty aim from MIBR.
That is playing like a unit. We were questioning, we were criticizing, we were calling them out in the first series, and they keep harkening back to it because this is just two sides of a coin. Made in Brazil, they looked disjointed and lost earlier today versus W7M Academy. They look like a force in this one. One complete unit, each one an extension of one body. What a massive read to go up the vents, a massive double up towards the door and towards the vents. They were playing their lines, playing their angles to absolute perfection. They could require nothing less for the victory there. Very well done from those two players in the clutch. And it sends 9Z reeling. They're going to go for an investment. Deagle's Famasa scout desperation for 9Z. It will work out with some exchanged blows. 4 versus 3 secured. The scout of Try ties things up yet again. Good shot onto the tagged player in Insani. Made in Brazil, excuse me, still have a hefty advantage though. AK Galil back 10. This Deagle of Buda though. Well, he has been quiet, could definitely chime in with a headshot, as could the one towards Decon. Buda finds one, try a scout shot on the second, leaves just exit up above. He was lurking, hoping to catch someone in rotation, and now he's left in the clutch. 1 versus 3. He has made a correct read. Buda is holding this line, though. Exit. Down, once into the crosshair, he's caught. The deagle spam from Buda is scrappy, but at that range, it does more than enough. That is a round stolen away, and a critical one that 9Z needed to win. If they lost that force fight, it would be 13, and then more than likely a 14th. And from there, there's just too many rounds separating the two teams for 9Z to come back.
Yeah, that was a necessary round victory. Good force from 9Z and an even better capitalization. Buda waking up at a very opportune time is a big boost to the team. And MIBR going to start their own forces now. They're no strangers to the pistols. They like it. They thrive in it. They can get aggressive. They can hit some good shots with the Deagles, the Tech 9s they love to push around with. I like seeing how many Tech 9s they go for. It just goes to show how powerful that gun is. Good nade to soften up these players, though, especially as they'll try and close the gap primarily. Try looking for some tags for his teammates to put them in the bags. Molotov will stall them out towards red box, but a lot more time to bleed off the clock if 9Z want to play too passively. There's a nice tag. Down the secret stairs, burns and sprints. Max might go through the smoke here, potentially to his own demise. And he's watching for it. Galil donated. Opportunity arriving, but Buda doubling up in the vents. That is huge to a level 3v3. But now it's all about figuring out where to go from here with these low HP players on the rifles and the armor. Insani, no armor Deagle. And David might just give him the boost he needs. It's all down to timing.
This makes or breaks the round. They get this kill, they get a rifle on Insani. It should seal the deal. Timing, everything, as you mentioned. Was he spotted crossing back and forth? No! And there we go. We saw it earlier on. Made in Brazil finally caught with a knife in hand. David is the one to win the timing duel there. Any and exit, both low on HP means this round is probably done and dusted. Yes, it is. They find one more for their troubles. A third in the round total for Made in Brazil, but no bomb plant in no round. 6-12, 9Z. Still trailing by 6. They secure 2 rounds in a row. They do begin to equalize. And this is now an opportunity for them to begin to build that CT economy that can be so difficult to manage.
CT economy, never fun. The MP9's looking for some cash. MIBR, if they get a kill or two, they'll be happy. They're just looking for some paltry amounts of damage here, just to keep the CT economy from growing too far out of control. Max and try with double ups. And Turtle, he'll give Max the hat trick. Pretty clean, barely any damage taken at all. Almost a perfect flawless. But 9Z, clawing it to within 5 now. Getting closer and closer, but converting rounds against the guns is where this map will be either made or broken for the South American mix.
Winning this one here cleanly would really build that CT economy, would give them another round to breathe in versus pistols if they can prevent a bomb plant. And from there, that's when I really say this game has begun in earnest. If they lose it, Made in Brazil could very well just take over outright. And they don't have much room to work with. If they lose this round, they have one more, and if they lose that one as well, curtains. They'll be on pistols. They'll be facing against 14, then potentially a 15th. So the pressure is definitely on for this CT side. A delayed press towards Secret for 9Z. That is the Galil of Max. He's going to have his work cut out for him. Try on the op. Won't spot anything over the smoke. He might take a shot through the smoke. Timing's everything. And he'll split the goalposts. Very lucky for Made in Brazil. 4 get by, and now Max. He is going to be tested.
He will fail the first test and the only test of the round. Burns in with the cranial cave-in. David swings out wide. He also gets met with a bullet to the head. DGT falls as well. The kill feed going for MIBR. The bomb going down on B. Try and Buda should not attempt to retake. Try's already booked it into spawn. He wants nothing to do with this round. And MIBR striking right back. This is exactly what they needed to do. A confident, bludgeoning round to shut down 9Z's growing momentum.
Yeah. The fledglings, beginnings of momentum. The fledglings hop out of the nest and splat on the floor. Made in Brazil have a 13th. That's how nature is sometimes. Try and Buda. With these saved weapons, their team will have one more solid crack at an investment. Utility, rifles. Should be a very solid buy for this CT side, but if they lose this one, it'll be 14-7. And again, it will be a less than ideal buy to fend off 15.
It's almost a similar situation to what they found themselves on Anubis, except the score is a considerable amount closer. But running out of money at a very rough spot is kind of where they sit. Necessary round to win for 9Z. Bomb dropped in lobby. No damage taken by anybody just yet, though. Just going back and forth. Burnson now eating a nade. Exit takes about 10 damage from it as well. Smoke's going for the deep wall. Big gap. They're missing the third. Max can exploit this, although MIBR might just be leaving that pathway open to go through. Yeah, they're going to flash in. Max is blind as a bat. He can do nothing. David burns and is finished off, put out of his misery by Insani, who doubles up on the try. Exit with another. Buda, last man alive, back silo, and not for long. Insani denies any heroics. And now MIBR double up on 9Z score-wise. 2 away from punching this one out. And 9Z, do you buy? Do you hero rifle? Do you do anything crazy? Do you save for 15-7?
You have to. Feels like it. DGT buys armor and a deagle. Give them some fighting power. P250 as well for Max with a smoke to maybe get crafty out in the yard. This has the making of a 15th round for Mid-Brazil. They want to get it over with quickly. Henny 1, Turtle a second. Morton A stack has already kind of been picked apart. I say that, DGT David will find a kill a pop, and Insani's crosshairs dragged away. That's 3 kills. It leaves DGT in a manageable situation, albeit an improbable one. On the back of the site, he'll do a boatload of damage, but he won't get the kill. Exit takes him down. Mid-Brazil do secure the 15th as expected, but that was a scrappy one. It was a difficult one. 9Z have to win 8 rounds in a row to stay alive in this series.
8 in a row is no easy task, especially with an MIBR that has barely allowed 9Z to string anything together through the course of these 2 maps. 9Z at 9 rounds combined over 2 maps, by the way. So, pretty rough here.
Doesn't paint a pretty picture.
No, pretty bleak. And no Dragonstone at the end of the barrow either. DGT aggressing, has a friend with him. Might actually get the drop. Burnson's barrel's gonna show what Spidey senses tingling. There's a trade from Turtle, who pushes in towards the A site. Do they expect more? Everyone's blind and Turtle finally gone. Man advantage 9Z, but for how much longer, I wonder. Insani, Molotov forces David out, and Buda caught through the smoke. 3v3 level footing. MIBR can do no wrong.
They're finding it. They're reading it well. It's a bit of sheer luck on this man. They're hoping to catch the player old vents. Instead, they find the player hugging the smoke towards the bottom of a hut instead. Any Insani exit. Looking to find yet another opening. But instead, it's David. Drops Insani. Avenges his teammate eventually to secure an advantage. No utility left for either side. Just one flash for try. Exit. Out the switch door time with everything. Max swinging in. Spots one. Takes a lot of damage, more than he's dealt. Just awkward duels for Mid-Brazil. We've seen them win 2 versus 4s before. It might be too much to ask. Good kill from Exit. Op trades though. Try finds that. It leaves Exit on 22 HP. Edge on angle. It's the best duel you could ask for, but it's not enough. Try with the op through the box. Through the Tetris box, I should say. Finds the kill, and 9Z do stay alive. 15-8 now. 7 more rounds for 9Z, and they will secure overtime in map 2. They drop around before those 7 rounds. They lose it, and they head to the lower final and await the winner of W7M Academy and Paqueta.
That one has gone to a 3rd. And David has gone down to 23 HP, max to 73. Henny does fall, but Buda falls in the meantime. Exit with that trade frag. Again, David very low, just around that 1-shot range. Burns in, finishes him off. A little overkill on the wallbang headshot, but Burns in likes hitting those heads. And Saudi waits for a push, and DGT complies. 4v2 for Made in Brazil. 2 more to go. Try does not take the shot,
Oh.
and that's his undoing. Turtle's right there. It's up to Max in a 1v4, and I don't think there's much he can do with no utility. The bomb probably going to the other site, making it more of futility. Burns in hunting up the ladder. Exit at the squeaky door. Burns in finds him. One tap in style to end it here. 16-8 on map 2. 16-2 on map 1. Made in Brazil. An early ticket into the grand final.
Again, couldn't see a bigger difference between Series 1 and Series 2. What a big resurgence.